They say the universe is infinite, a boundless expanse of stars and galaxies, serene and eternal. But what if that's not the truth? What if, instead of harmony, the cosmos is a predator, a vast, insatiable force consuming itself from the inside out? Imagine galaxies colliding, merging, and tearing each other apart in a violent ballet of destruction. These aren't accidents. The universe doesn't stumble. It's deliberate, precise, and ravenous. The Milky Way, our galactic home, is no innocent observer. It's a hunter. It has consumed at least 12 smaller galaxies, stripping them of their stars and scattering their remnants across the void. But why? Why does the universe devour itself? Is this destruction simply the work of gravity, a blind force driving random chaos? Or could there be something more? Something hidden, something we've been conditioned not to see. Ancient civilizations, with their myths and stories, may have known more about the cosmos than we give them credit for. They spoke of gods who fed on one another, primordial forces locked in battles of creation and destruction. From Babylon to Mesoamerica, from Egypt to Greece, these tales were more than metaphors. Could they have been warnings, clues left behind by people who glimpsed the true nature of the universe? The Acropolis, a symbol of ancient wisdom and innovation, holds secrets of its own. Could its design, its alignment with celestial bodies, and its encoded patterns reflect a knowledge far beyond its time? A knowledge that points to the same cosmic truth, that destruction and consumption are not just byproducts of the universe, they are its purpose. Some scientists dismiss galactic collisions as natural events, inevitable in a universe ruled by gravity. But what if they're wrong? What if there's a hidden force, an unseen hand, guiding these collisions with purpose? Consider this. The galaxies don't just collide, they follow patterns, alignments so precise they defy randomness. Is it possible that these events are orchestrated? That what we call the universe is not a chaotic expanse, but an intricate system, designed with a purpose so profound it eludes even our greatest minds? Our galaxy, the Predator, is also prey. Andromeda, the Milky Way's closest neighbor, is hurtling toward us at unimaginable speed. Their collision is inevitable, a cataclysmic event billions of years in the making. But why now? Why this precise moment in the cosmos's history? Could there be a timetable, a cosmic blueprint dictating these events? We've been told that the universe is indifferent, that it follows no will or design. But look closer. The patterns are there, undeniable and unsettling. And if those patterns exist, who or what put them there? The answers might be far older than we think, encoded in the myths and structures of ancient civilizations, written in the stars waiting for us to uncover. The question is, do we dare to look? Galactic cannibalism. It sounds like something out of science fiction, but it's not. It's a fundamental truth of the universe. Galaxies don't just exist, they feed. They collide, merge, and consume each other in a cycle that has persisted for billions of years. And yet, this pattern is too precise, too perfect, to be dismissed as mere chance. Take a moment to consider the scale of these collisions. Entire star systems ripped apart, black holes growing ever larger, and trillions of new stars born from the wreckage. It's destruction, yes, but it's also creation. A process so finely tuned that it begins to look less like chaos and more like a grand design. Could this be evidence of something deeper? A hidden blueprint for the cosmos itself? Some scientists argue that these events are simply dictated by gravity, but gravity is just the mechanism. It doesn't explain the pattern, the precision, the way these events seem to unfold like clockwork. And then there's dark energy, the enigmatic force driving the expansion of the universe. It's said to be invisible, untouchable, and yet it controls everything. What if dark energy isn't just an impersonal force? What if it's an active participant? Imagine a force so powerful that it not only governs the movement of galaxies, but orchestrates their destruction. Could dark energy be the mastermind behind this cosmic cannibalism, feeding on the chaos it creates? It's a theory that scientists hesitate to entertain, but the evidence is there if you dare to look. Think about the precision of gravitational forces during these collisions. It's almost as if the universe is an artist, carefully crafting these events to ensure that nothing is wasted. The remnants of consumed galaxies form new stars, new planets, and even new life. But for what purpose? Is this simply how the universe evolves, or is there an intent behind it all? The ancient Greeks believed in the concept of cosmos, a universe that is ordered and harmonious. But what if their understanding of cosmos was far deeper than we realize? Could they have glimpsed the underlying structure of the universe, a structure that modern science is only beginning to uncover? And here's where it gets even more unsettling. The cosmic web, the vast network of dark matter filaments connecting galaxies, resembles a neural network. Could it be the nervous system of the universe, guiding these collisions, feeding this process of creation and destruction? If that's true, then what we're seeing isn't random. It's deliberate, a system so complex and vast that it operates on scales we can barely comprehend. But deliberate by whom, or what? Every pattern, every alignment, every collision points to the possibility of a larger force at work. A force that doesn't just govern the universe, but might have created it for this very purpose. The more we uncover, the less random it all seems. And the question becomes not just how or why the universe feeds on itself, but who or what is behind it all. The idea of a universe that consumes itself might seem modern, a revelation born of telescopes and scientific inquiry. But what if this knowledge isn't new at all? What if ancient cultures understood this truth long before science had the tools to observe it? Across history, myths, religions, and legends speak of gods and cosmic forces locked in cycles of destruction and rebirth. Could these stories be more than metaphor? Could they be echoes of an ancient understanding, a forgotten wisdom encoded into human history? Consider the Babylonian creation myth, the Enuma Elish. In this epic, the primordial goddess Tiamat, a chaotic force of nature, is slain and dismembered by the god Marduk. From her body, the heavens and the earth are formed. The message is clear: destruction is not the end, but a precursor to creation. Her death isn't random, it's the foundation of existence itself. Is this story a poetic reflection of galactic collisions, where the death of one galaxy seeds the creation of stars, planets, and life in another? The Aztecs of Mesoamerica also understood the cosmos as a violent and cyclical force. In their mythology, the gods themselves are sacrificed to create and sustain the universe. The sun, the stars, even time itself were born from divine bloodshed. The Aztecs believed their gods' struggles mirrored the cosmos, violent, consuming, and unending. Could their intricate calendars, aligned so perfectly with celestial cycles, point to knowledge of cosmic processes that science is only now uncovering? The Egyptians, too, left us tantalizing hints of a deeper cosmic understanding. The serpent Apep, embodiment of chaos, was said to devour the sun each night, plunging the world into darkness. But this wasn't the end. The sun was reborn, emerging victorious from Apep's belly to rise again in the morning sky. Apep's endless hunger and the sun's daily rebirth could symbolize the universal pattern of destruction feeding creation. In Hindu mythology, the cosmic cycle is even more explicit. The universe is said to go through endless cycles of creation, preservation, and destruction, presided over by the gods Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Shiva, the destroyer, doesn't merely obliterate, his dance of destruction clears the way for renewal. The parallels to galactic cannibalism are striking: galaxies consumed and torn apart, only to give rise to new structures, new stars, and new possibilities. Even Greek mythology, often hailed as the cradle of Western thought, is rich with tales of cosmic consumption. The Titan Cronus devours his own children to prevent them from overthrowing him, only to be forced to regurgitate them later, stronger and ready to claim their destinies. Is this not a metaphor for the way the universe consumes and recreates itself? And then there's the Acropolis itself, with its temples aligned to the heavens and its structures steeped in mathematical precision. Could the Greeks, in their pursuit of order and proportion, have been encoding cosmic truths into their architecture? These myths span continents and millennia, yet they share a strikingly similar theme: the universe is not static. It is alive, cyclical, and driven by a hunger that fuels its very existence. Could this convergence of ideas be a coincidence, or is it evidence of a deeper understanding? An understanding passed down through stories, rituals, and structures. But the parallels don't stop with myth. Religious texts, too, are filled with hints that the cosmos is far more dynamic and destructive than we like to imagine. The Bible's book of Revelation describes a future where the heavens are torn apart, the stars fall, and a new creation rises from the ashes of the old. The Quran speaks of the day of judgment, when the sky will be rolled up like a scroll and the stars will scatter. These apocalyptic visions mirror what modern science tells us about the eventual fate of galaxies. Their destruction is not an end but a transformation. Could ancient cultures have had access to knowledge we've dismissed as superstition? Is it possible that they were warning us, or even trying to prepare us, for truths so vast and unsettling that they defy comprehension? And if so, where did this knowledge come from? Were these insights the result of careful observation of the heavens, or were they gifted by something, or someone, with a deeper understanding of the cosmos? Every myth, every legend, every scrap of ancient wisdom seems to point to the same conclusion. The universe is not a peaceful place. It is a predator, feeding on itself, creating and destroying in an eternal cycle. But the question remains, is this simply nature or is it design? And if it's design, who or what is the architect? The Milky Way is a predator. It's a truth that feels uncomfortable, even unnerving. But the evidence is all around us. Our galaxy has spent billions of years feasting on smaller galaxies, tearing them apart and absorbing their stars into its sprawling spiral arms. It's a history written in the stars, a tale of cosmic violence hidden in plain sight. Astronomers have identified at least 12 galaxies that the Milky Way has consumed, their remnants forming ghostly streams of stars that weave through our galaxy. These stellar streams are the breadcrumbs of galactic cannibalism, the only evidence left of the victims. But the Milky Way's hunger isn't sated, it's merely biding its time. Looming on the horizon is Andromeda, the Milky Way's closest neighbor and its next target, or perhaps its next predator. Hurtling toward us at 250,000 miles per hour, Andromeda is on a collision course that will culminate in a catastrophic merger billions of years from now. When the two galaxies collide, it will be nothing short of apocalyptic. Stars will be flung into intergalactic space, planets ripped from their orbits, and supermassive black holes will devour whatever comes too close. But here's the strange part. This isn't random. The precision with which these two galaxies are drawn together is almost uncanny. Andromeda and the Milky Way have been moving toward each other for billions of years, like actors in a cosmic drama choreographed by forces we don't fully understand. Why now? Why at this precise moment in the history of the universe? Scientists tell us this is just the inevitable result of gravitational attraction, but is that explanation too simple? Could there be a deeper reason, one tied to a larger cosmic design? It's not just Andromeda. The Milky Way is part of a larger structure, the Local Group, a cluster of galaxies bound together by gravity. Beyond that lies the Virgo supercluster, and beyond that, the Laniakea supercluster, an unimaginably vast network of galaxies interconnected by the filaments of the cosmic web. This web isn't just a random arrangement of matter. It's a pattern, a structure that seems almost deliberate in its complexity. Recent studies have revealed something even more unsettling. Galaxies within this web don't just collide randomly. They align. Their spin axes, their motions, even their collisions follow patterns that defy the chaos we'd expect in a universe ruled by randomness. It's as if these galaxies are being guided, steered into place like chess pieces on a board we can't see. Is the collision with Andromeda part of a larger plan, a necessary step in some cosmic cycle we can't comprehend? When these two galaxies merge, they will create a new, larger galaxy, possibly one capable of forming new types of stars, planets, and even life. But at what cost? The destruction will be total, the transformation absolute. And then there are the supermassive black holes at the centers of both galaxies. When the Milky Way and Andromeda collide, these black holes will merge, creating an even more massive and powerful black hole. Black holes are often seen as destroyers, but could they also be creators? These cosmic phenomena release immense energy during mergers, energy that could fuel the birth of new stars, or even be harvested by advanced civilizations. Which raises another question. Could someone, or something, be orchestrating these collisions for their own purposes? If we view the universe as a predator, feeding on its own chaos, then perhaps these collisions are not merely accidents of gravity but deliberate acts. Could advanced extraterrestrial civilizations, being so far ahead of us that they operate on cosmic scales, be manipulating galaxies to harvest their energy? The timing, the alignment, the sheer improbability of it all, it's hard not to wonder if the universe is playing by rules we don't yet understand. And if it is, who wrote those rules? The idea that the Milky Way is both predator and prey, locked in an eternal cycle of destruction and creation, is as humbling as it is terrifying. The stars above us, the galaxies we marvel at, are not static or peaceful. They are remnants of an ongoing cosmic battle, a battle that will eventually consume our galaxy as well. But is this destruction simply the cost of evolution, or is it something more? The patterns, the precision, the design, these are questions that force us to reconsider everything we think we know about the universe and our place within it. If the Milky Way has such a violent past, what does its future hold? And when Andromeda finally arrives, will it be the end or just another chapter in the universe's hidden hunger? Look deeper into the universe, and the galaxies begin to reveal a secret. They are not isolated islands adrift in a cosmic ocean. They are connected, bound together by an invisible structure so vast, so intricate, it defies comprehension. This is the cosmic web, an immense network of dark matter filaments stretching across billions of light years, linking galaxies like neurons in a universal brain. But what if this web is more than just a scaffold for gravity? What if it's something far more deliberate, a design, a system guiding galaxies into their inevitable collisions? Think about it. These filaments aren't just randomly distributed. They form patterns, highways of dark matter along which galaxies flow like blood through veins. Galaxies don't drift aimlessly. They move purposefully along these filaments, drawn toward one another as if by some unseen hand. Could this structure be the operating system of the universe, a kind of cosmic intelligence orchestrating the mergers of galaxies? Recent studies have uncovered strange alignments in the cosmos that defy the laws of probability. Galaxies separated by millions of light years appear to have their spin axes aligned, as if coordinated by some larger force. These alignments are too precise, too widespread, to be dismissed as coincidence. If the universe is a predator, as its behavior suggests, then the cosmic web may be its hunting ground, where galaxies are guided into collisions with surgical precision. This raises a provocative question. What is the purpose of these collisions? The destruction is undeniable, but so is the energy released, energy on a scale so immense it dwarfs anything we can imagine. When galaxies merge, supermassive black holes at their centers collide, unleashing bursts of energy equivalent to trillions of suns. Could this energy be the key? Some theorists suggest that these mergers might not just be accidents of physics, but deliberate events designed to harvest energy. Imagine a civilization so advanced, it operates on galactic scales, a Type 3 civilization on the Kardashev scale, capable of manipulating entire galaxies to fuel its existence. For such beings, galactic collisions would be the ultimate resource extraction, a way to tap into the energy of supermassive black holes and the creation of new stars. Could the cosmic web be the infrastructure of such a civilization? If so, what role does dark matter play? We know dark matter exerts gravitational influence, shaping the large-scale structure of the universe. But we don't know what it is or why it's there. Could it be more than a passive force? Could it be a tool, a medium through which these advanced civilizations guide the universe's evolution? And if this is true, where does that leave us? Are we mere bystanders, insignificant creatures witnessing the grand machinery of the cosmos at work? Or are we part of the system, an integral piece of a puzzle we can't yet see? The idea becomes even more chilling when you consider the possibility of deliberate manipulation. What if the timing of galactic mergers, the alignments of galaxies, and the structures of the cosmic web are not natural but engineered? Could the universe itself be a kind of cosmic farm, its energy harvested by entities so far beyond our understanding they might as well be gods? Throughout history, human beings have looked to the heavens and seen meaning, purpose, and design. From the myths of the ancients to the equations of modern physics, we've tried to make sense of the cosmos. But what if we've been looking at the universe through the wrong lens? What if the chaos we see is actually order? What if destruction isn't random but planned? The cosmic web is a map, a blueprint, a structure that binds galaxies together and drives them toward inevitable collisions. But the question remains, who or what designed it? If the universe is feeding on itself, what is it really feeding? Is it possible that we are watching not the randomness of nature, but the work of a force far greater than ourselves? A force that uses the collisions of galaxies as tools in a grand design, a design we are only beginning to glimpse? The universe is hungry. Galaxies collide, stars are born and destroyed, black holes devour everything that comes too close. This isn't random destruction, it's a cycle of consumption. But what is all this energy feeding? What does the universe need so desperately that it cannibalizes itself to sustain it? Start with galactic collisions. When two galaxies merge, the resulting chaos releases staggering amounts of energy, gravitational waves, heat, radiation, and bursts of star formation. The supermassive black holes at their centers, once dormant, awaken, consuming gas, dust, and even entire stars. This process, known as accretion, generates energy that can outshine entire galaxies. The sheer scale of this power is incomprehensible, yet it seems to vanish as quickly as it is produced. Where does it all go? Let's focus on the black holes themselves. These cosmic predators are not passive byproducts of galactic evolution. They grow larger with each collision, as if they're central to the process. Supermassive black holes sit at the heart of almost every galaxy, their gravitational influence shaping the galaxy's structure and behavior. Could they be more than just cosmic anomalies? Could they be the key to understanding the universe's hunger? Some scientists believe that black holes might serve a greater purpose. They consume matter and release energy, but could they also act as gateways, transferring energy elsewhere? If so, where is that energy going? Could it be feeding something beyond our comprehension, something that exists outside the observable universe? The energy released during these events is so vast that it seems almost wasteful if it serves no purpose. But what if it's not waste? What if the universe itself, or something within it, feeds on this energy? Imagine a sentient universe, one that thrives on the chaos it creates, devouring energy to sustain its endless cycle of destruction and renewal. The idea may sound outlandish, but there are precedents in nature. Think of the ecosystems on Earth. Predators feed on prey, recycling energy and matter through the system. What if the universe operates on a similar principle? What if galaxies are the prey, and black holes the predators, all part of a larger cosmic ecosystem? Religious and philosophical traditions have long hinted at this possibility. In Hindu cosmology, the universe undergoes endless cycles of creation and destruction, driven by the cosmic dance of Shiva. In some interpretations, Shiva doesn't destroy for destruction's sake. He clears the way for renewal, feeding the cosmos in the process. Could this ancient concept reflect a deeper truth about the universe's behavior? Even the Bible, with its apocalyptic visions, suggests a cyclical universe. Revelation speaks of a new heaven and a new earth arising from the destruction of the old. The Quran describes the day of judgment, where the universe is unmade and remade. These themes of destruction and renewal are consistent across cultures and religions, as if humanity has always sensed that the universe itself is alive, consuming and recreating in an eternal cycle. Then there's the question of dark energy. This mysterious force is accelerating the universe's expansion, driving galaxies apart at an ever-increasing rate. But why? Dark energy isn't just a passive force. It's active, dynamic, and pervasive. Could it be part of the process, a mechanism through which the universe feeds itself? Some theorists propose an even more radical idea, that the universe is not just alive, but sentient. This concept, known as panpsychism, suggests that consciousness might be a fundamental property of the cosmos. If the universe is conscious, could it also be feeding on its own energy, driving its cycles of creation and destruction as part of an incomprehensibly vast intelligence? And what about us? Are we mere spectators in this cosmic process, or are we part of the equation? If the universe is alive and feeding, does that make us prey? Or are we participants, contributing to the cycle in ways we don't yet understand? The energy released during galactic collisions, the mass consumed by black holes, the forces driving the expansion of the universe, all of it points to a system far more intricate than we've been taught to believe. This isn't just physics, it's purpose. And if the universe has a purpose, what role do we play in it? These questions challenge everything we think we know about the cosmos. If the universe is feeding, what is it feeding on? And what does that hunger mean for the galaxies, the stars, and the tiny fragile life forms caught in its grasp? Not everyone is convinced. Mainstream science paints a different picture of the universe, a cold, indifferent machine governed by the laws of physics. In this view, galactic collisions are inevitable, a natural consequence of gravity acting on matter over billions of years. Randomness, not purpose, drives the cosmos. But is this explanation truly satisfying, or is it simply the easiest one to accept? The skeptics argue that patterns we see in the universe are coincidental, not evidence of a larger design. They point to chaos theory, which suggests that even the most complex systems can arise from simple rules. Gravity, dark matter, and dark energy are enough to explain the behavior of galaxies without invoking intention. But is that really the case? Take the alignments we see in the cosmic web. Galaxies separated by millions of light-years should have no way of influencing each other, yet their spin axes and motions align as if part of a coordinated system. Skeptics chalk this up to statistical anomalies, but the sheer scale of these alignments makes that explanation feel insufficient. Could the randomness of chaos theory mask a deeper order, one we're only beginning to uncover? The same skepticism surrounds the idea of dark energy as an active force. To scientists, dark energy is simply the name given to the phenomenon driving the universe's expansion. But consider the implications. Dark energy makes up nearly 70% of the universe, yet we don't know what it is or why it behaves the way it does. If dark energy were truly random, why would it accelerate the universe's expansion in such a precise, measurable way? Could this unknown force be something far more deliberate than scientists are willing to admit? And what about black holes? Skeptics argue that they're just natural consequences of gravity, collapsing stars that grow larger as they consume matter. But that explanation ignores their role in shaping galaxies, driving star formation, and regulating cosmic evolution. Black holes aren't passive. They're active participants in the universe's processes. To dismiss their role as coincidence feels like willful ignorance. Even the idea of galactic collisions as random events comes under scrutiny. If these collisions were purely accidental, why do they follow such predictable patterns? Why do galaxies travel along the filaments of the cosmic web with such precision? Why do the timelines of their collisions align so closely with the universe's broader cycles? Skeptics may dismiss these questions, but the evidence suggests a deeper truth waiting to be uncovered. It's easy to understand why skepticism dominates the conversation. The idea of a random, meaningless universe is comfortable. It absolves us of responsibility, of the need to ask deeper questions. But it also blinds us to the patterns, the alignments, the undeniable precision of the cosmos. Could it be that the skeptics are wrong, not because they lack intelligence, but because they lack imagination? History is filled with examples of ideas dismissed as impossible, only to be proven true. People once believed the Earth was the center of the universe, that flight was impossible, that diseases were caused by curses. In every case, it was a willingness to question, to challenge accepted knowledge, that led to the truth. The skeptics argue that galactic collisions, black holes, and dark energy are natural phenomena with no greater meaning. But even natural phenomena can have purpose. The patterns we see in the cosmos, the energy released during collisions, the alignments in the cosmic web, none of it feels random. If the universe is a machine, it's one with a purpose we don't yet understand. So what if the skeptics are wrong? What if the universe isn't just a chaotic expanse, but a system designed with intent? What if every galaxy, every collision, every black hole is part of a larger plan? These questions are unsettling, even terrifying, but they're also liberating. They force us to confront the possibility that the universe is far more complex, far more deliberate than we've ever imagined. The skeptics want you to believe in randomness, in meaninglessness. But the evidence tells a different story. The universe is a predator, a system of consumption and creation driven by forces we can't yet explain. And if that's true, then it's up to us to ask the hard questions, to challenge the skeptics, and to uncover the truth hidden in the stars. The universe isn't just a collection of stars, planets, and galaxies. It's a system that consumes, transforms, and regenerates itself on an unimaginable scale. Every collision, every burst of energy, every gravitational wave is part of a cycle that's been repeating for billions of years. But the more we uncover about this cycle, the more one question looms: why? If the universe is a predator, what exactly is it feeding on? The answer lies in energy, raw, unfathomable energy released through destruction. Galactic collisions release power equivalent to trillions of stars burning for billions of years. This energy is dispersed through gravitational waves, radiation, and the accretion of matter into black holes. But energy doesn't simply disappear. It's absorbed, transformed, and, perhaps, harvested. Let's return to black holes. They're often seen as cosmic endpoints, the ultimate consumers of matter and light. But black holes are more than just destroyers. They are engines, converting matter into energy with terrifying efficiency. When galaxies collide, their central black holes merge, releasing immense gravitational waves. These waves ripple across the fabric of spacetime, carrying with them staggering amounts of energy. To us, they're nearly undetectable, but to something capable of perceiving on a grander scale, this energy could be a feast. Could black holes be the universe's way of collecting and concentrating energy? If so, what happens to that energy? Does it fuel the continued expansion of the universe? Does it sustain the enigmatic force we call dark energy? Or does it serve a purpose we haven't even begun to comprehend? The idea of the universe as a predator takes on new dimensions when you consider the role of dark energy. Scientists tell us it's responsible for accelerating the universe's expansion, but no one knows what it actually is. What if dark energy isn't just a force, but a byproduct of the universe's hunger, an output of the energy released through collisions, destruction, and black hole activity? The implications are staggering. It would mean the universe isn't just expanding, it's feeding on itself, growing larger and more complex with every act of destruction. And if that's true, then everything we see, from the smallest atom to the largest galaxy, is part of an incomprehensibly vast process of consumption and renewal. But here's the most unsettling possibility. What if the universe itself is alive? What if its hunger is a reflection of consciousness, a drive to sustain itself through destruction and creation? The ancient Greeks believed the cosmos was a living entity, a harmonious whole with its own will and purpose. Could they have been right? Could the universe be not just a system but an organism, a predator that feeds on its own creations to survive and evolve? Religious and mythological traditions offer striking parallels. In Hinduism, the god Shiva embodies both destruction and creation, dancing the universe into and out of existence. The Norse myth of Ragnarok speaks of a world consumed in fire and chaos, only to be reborn. Even the Bible's apocalyptic visions describe a universe torn apart, remade into something new. These stories resonate because they speak to a truth we've always felt but never fully understood, that destruction is not an end, but a transformation. And what about us? Humanity exists on the edge of this vast system, a fleeting moment in the life of the cosmos. Are we part of the universe's hunger? Do we, in our small way, contribute to the cycle of creation and destruction? Or are we simply observers, trapped in a predator's lair, marveling at its beauty while ignoring its danger? The more we learn about the universe, the harder it becomes to dismiss the possibility of intent. The patterns, the precision, the energy, it all points to something far greater than random chance. If the universe is alive, if it's feeding, then it raises profound questions about our place within it. Are we prey, waiting to be consumed by forces we can't understand? Or are we part of a larger design, contributors to a cycle that stretches across time and space? These are questions without easy answers, but they're questions we must ask if we're to truly understand the cosmos. The universe's hunger isn't just a metaphor, it's a reality, a system of consumption and renewal that defines the very fabric of existence. The stars, the galaxies, the black holes, they're all part of it, and so are we. The only question that remains is, what will the universe consume next?